Hey guys, John here. Today I'm going to teach you how to make an Air Raid Siren in Vital. Alright, so let's get into it. So let's turn off all of our effects here, and let's talk about the oscillators. So with this patch, I'm using 3 oscillators. They're all going to be on the init saw wave, and if we look on the pitch, there's going to be slight different changes. So in all 3, I haven't changed manually the pitch, but I have changed them on the fine tuning. So the second one is up 5 cents, and then the third one is up 10 cents. They all have 2 voices of unison. The first one is 10% detuned, the second one is 12% detuned, and the last one, the third one, is 14% detuned. All the phases are starting off at the same spot, but they're all going to be random phases. So that's a setting for that. And the really intricate part of this synth is the pitch modulation, because that's the main core of that sound, is changing that pitch over time. So I have 3 LFOs, and each LFO is independently changing the pitch of each oscillator. So LFO 1 is changing the main pitch of oscillator 1, LFO 2 is changing the main pitch of oscillator 2, and LFO 3 is changing the main pitch of oscillator 3. If we look over here into the matrix and we right click this first one and hit enter value, there's 12. So it's basically going to span an octave length, and this shape here is going to correspond with that. So it's going to take this amount of time from the very first note to rise up all the way here at the top, and that's going to be 1 octave. It's going to sit here for a little bit, and then it's going to descend in pitch back down the 1 octave to its original pitch. And all 3 LFOs here are the same value, so they're all going to be 12, as you can see here. And moving on over here back to our voice, the difference with these LFOs is this first one is there's no delay on this LFO. It's going to start immediately once the note is hit. The second LFO, there's a slight delay at 0.2 seconds. And then the third delay, if we go to enter value, it's going to be 0.4. So it's increments of 0.2 for each of the LFOs. So they're all going to start just 0.2 seconds later from each other. And then on this last LFO, LFO 4, this one is going to be modulating the cutoff frequency of an analog 12 dB high pass, or high cut, low pass, whatever you want to call it, low pass, 12 dB. So as this goes up, once it's reached the final ascending pitch, then the filter is basically going to be completely open, I mean, within reason. And then once it descends, the filter is going to start to close. So that's kind of the concept of that filter. And then another thing to keep in mind with all these LFOs, what's slightly different is the first one, 6.5 seconds it's going to take for this whole shape to complete its cycle. The second one is going to be 6.6, and then the third one is going to be 6.7. So they're all offset, these LFOs, by 0.1 second to kind of lag each oscillator by itself by just a little bit. And that's basically the core of the sound. And then the last thing of the core is this filter 2. Everything else is going to be then going into the second filter and just chopping off some extra highs just so it's not too annoying. So now with that being said, let's dive into the effects that really bring out the characteristics of the sound. Because once you have the core sound completed, then the effects are really going to bring the realism to it. So the first thing, I put a filter on to kind of cut off the low end here as well. And it's at about, let's see, enter value specifically, 323.165 hertz. So that's the exact value. And then the next one is going to add a chorus. So before we move on, this is what it sounds like without the filter and with the filter. So kind of just cutting down that mud down in here and making the sound a little bit more focused. And then next up we have the chorus. So let's click this on here and let's listen to the differences. So now with the chorus on, and there's 16 additional voices kind of adding their own characteristics to the overall sound. So 16 voices, 4/1, and then if you want these exact values, feedback is at 80.14, mix is at 22, depth is at 50, our first delay is at 1.9, and then our second delay is 7.8, the cutoff is 60, and the spread's all the way to the top. So next up we have a multi-band compressor to kind of compress each individual band and kind of bring up maybe the highs, the mids, the lows to kind of balance out the sound a little bit with compression. So here's before and after. And this is basically very much to taste. So with this multiband, as you can see, I kind of compressed the lows a little bit more than generally you would, because I felt like the sound needed that. I brought up the mids and kind of brought down the highs a little bit, because really with this sound, the mid range is more so the meat and potatoes of the sound. And it also brings it up right in your face as well. And then next up is going to be the distortion. So here's before and after. It's a subtle little change, but it does add to the sound overall. So I chose hard clip, and then the drive is going to be 1.41, and then the mix is going to be 0.628. And then the very last thing is going to be some reverb, because generally with these sounds, it's not really just not in a certain room, it's in a big space and is reverberating in a lot of things. So add reverb to the end. So here's before and after. And then so for those settings here, the low cut's all the way at the bottom. The high cut is at 4.6 or 4,698 to be exact. Cutoff is at the bottom. Chorus amount is 5. No delay here. The mix is at 40.63. Time is at 1. So a lot of it's default, and I felt it sounded right. Size 50, chorus frequency 0.25, and then gains all the way at the top. So generally, you can always mess around with the reverb settings, more reverb, a bigger room, depending on how you want or where you want this Air Raid Siren to take place. Or if you almost want it to sound a little bit further away, you can add some more reverb and maybe cut out a little bit more of the top end to it. But that's basically the patch in a nutshell. Just keep in mind with the pitch changes and delaying the LFOs and finding the right shape. One thing that was very useful for me, and it's a cool feature in Vital, is once I had the first initial shape done, you can right-click this and copy this shape and then go to the next LFO and right-click and paste it. That feature itself saved me a lot of time, and it's cool to have it the exact same shape and also a quick way to do it. And yeah, so if you didn't know that, that's how you do it. And hopefully this video helped you out. If it did, if you learned something, please drop a comment, let me know that it helped you out, and we'll see you in the next sound design tutorial video.